guys, it's Devina and I'm back with another video. So today I am going to be talking about the night that I had my seizure. I used to be afraid that when I talked about it that it would cause another one. Basically, I had my seizure when I was around 11 years old. I believe it was in 2012 or 2013. I forget. It was probably the most traumatizing experience that's ever happened to me. I probably only got about 1 hour of sleep that night, which is really bad for me. I was used to 10 hours of sleep because I sleep in constantly. I stayed up probably till about 1. I kind of couldn't get to sleep after that, and all I remember was me staring at the TV screen. So I woke my mom up and it was around 6 o'clock because I was like, I can't go to sleep. I didn't get any sleep. She was like, okay, so we went downstairs into the living room and I sat on the couch and asked her for soda, so she got me soda, of course, and I all of a sudden couldn't feel my face. Now, if you've never had a seizure before, and I hadn't had a seizure previous to this, it's very scary when you don't have control of something. I will insert the definition of a seizure probably around this area, just because I want you guys to know exactly what one is if you're not educated on it. I was trying to tell my mom that I couldn't feel my face, and my mom heard me making noises and she saw me shaking, so she called my dad down. You should have seen, or I didn't even see it, I heard how fast my dad came down the stairs. He literally jumped down the staircase, I swear. He was down there in a second because he knew that something was wrong with me. I lost my vision, I couldn't see anything, but I could hear, which is very annoying because I heard them talking about stuff and that I'd rather not hear about it, because when I hear that something's wrong with me, I automatically get very anxious and I think that I'm dying. And all I heard them say was that they were gonna call the 911, and my dad thought I was choking. It was just, everything was just a mess. I remember they took me and they were trying to get me up off the couch, but I threw up. I don't even know why I threw up, but it just happened, and they were like, oh, okay, we'll just get you cleaned up or whatever. They put me on one of those gurney things, and I'm pretty sure they put me in the ambulance. It was very scary at that point too, because I remember being in the back and they had to do that pulse thing on my finger, and I was like, okay, I've gotten this done before, but it's scary when you're actually in the ambulance. At that point, I did have my vision back, so it was shortly after. This only lasted maybe around 10 or 15 minutes total, getting me onto the ambulance and everything. The seizure part only lasted around 5 minutes where I couldn't see, but it felt like forever. So my seizure felt like it lasted for literally an hour, and it didn't. It lasted 5 minutes. So they brought me to the hospital, and I remember being afraid to sleep. I was afraid that if I fell asleep that I was going to have a seizure, which is kind of ironic because it was actually because I didn't get enough sleep. So I don't know what my thought process was, but it's just very tough. And I remember taking a CAT scan. After that point, I was able to go home. I was able to hang out with my family. It was okay because they knew that would cheer me up. So my cousins came to see me, which is really exciting. But afterwards, they assigned me to a neurologist, and I had to go see him. It started with seeing him every 6 months, and then I saw him every year, and now I don't see him anymore. But it was kind of scary the first time I went because I had to take an EEG, and I will put the definition of an EEG right here. They had to try different things to see what would trigger my seizure, and they put a strobe light above my eyes this. I'll try to insert a picture to see if you guys can try to imagine how it felt. But that scared me so much because a flashing light in your eyes, and when I'm told to close my eyes, sometimes I open my eyes, I was dumb. I was opening my eyes and then it hurt, and I was screaming. It was a bad experience. And it happened to turn out that strobe lights didn't even cause my seizure. It was sleep deprivation. After the EEG, they brought me in to the neurologist, and my neurologist was a very nice man, and it always made me happy to go to the neurologist because they would do the things where I would have to walk in a line, and I would have to, like, they would do, like, this weird thing, like, banging this thing against my knee, like, you know, that thing. I don't even know why I enjoyed it, but I liked going to him. And I remember hearing them say that I was going to have to get an MRI. They scheduled an appointment, I went in, I was all ready, and I went in it, and I didn't even last, like, 10 minutes. They allowed me to talk to my dad, and I tried to talk to him, but I am claustrophobic. I was freaking out because I don't like being on medication where I can't control myself, where I'm gonna fall asleep, because I'm always afraid that I'm not gonna be able to wake up. Like, I have anxiety about that. Eventually, like, I did the propofol thing because they needed to get a scan of my brain. So this is the coolest stuff, guys. Like, they gave me propofol, and it felt like it lasted a second. When they got the results, they called us back to the hospital. I knew that they were going to say something about my brain, but, like, I went there and they told me that I had gray matter heterotopia, and I will insert that over here. It was very, like, hard for me to, like, grasp exactly what that was. I was like, is something wrong with me? Like, it could have been a lot worse. At first, they were going to diagnose me with, like, childhood epilepsy or whatever, and I think that people can grow out of that, but I was like, oh no, because I know epilepsy is when, like, you have seizures often. I was like, I do not want to have another one of these. I'm so glad now that it's gray matter heterotopia. That still sound like, it's fun to say. Like, that's weird that I think it's fun to say, but I basically, I haven't had a seizure since, which is very good because that would have scared me to death. If I have another seizure, I will be scared still, but at least I feel a little bit more prepared. Still, like, there's no way that I can know that it's going to happen. Some people have, like, their arm will tingle and then they'll know that they're about to have a seizure. I just had one because I didn't get enough sleep. I make sure that I get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. I just don't want anything to, like, trigger my seizure again because that was just very scary for me. I hope that you guys watch till the end because I love sharing my experiences with you. Subscribe if you like my videos, and leave a like if you'd like me to make more storytime videos. I will hopefully be making a gaming video soon. I am going to try my best to keep making videos. I do have a lot of time to edit because like I said in my last video, I don't have much to do these days. I am very, just, like, don't have any life. And sorry, the battery thing came up. That always happens. Bye! So, a storytime video. Hey guys, it's Devina, and which is a disorder, well, it's not really a disorder.